The first July 2019 edition of Monday Night Raw seems to have been well received by fans, and the night certainly delivered some explosive surprises, whether it was Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley destroying the Titantron, or AJ Styles turning heel on Ricochet, reforming the Bullet Club. However, why did the Phenomenal One return to the dark side? Join us now as WrestleLamia looks at 10 reasons why AJ Styles turned heel. Number 1. Raw needs a good technical heel. While Raw has powerhouse heels like Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, the Red Brand lacks a good technical wrestler to give its babyfaces a main event opponent who can put on exciting matches. Whether it's AJ Styles, The Miz, or the soon-to-return Rey Mysterio, that is until his next injury, Styles can put on 5-star matches with Raw's top faces. Raw has Samoa Joe too, but he's not quite at the same level as AJ just yet. Styles is well versed at playing the arrogant heel, and like Ric Flair, he can play a babyface, but he's better off as a heel. With Styles positioned as a heel, he can help get over some of Raw's rising stars, which brings us to our next reason for Styles' turn. Ricochet needs a strong opponent to help get over. It's clear the WWE is positioning Ricochet as a rising star on Raw, and the fans have already embraced Ricochet as their new hero, with his charisma winning them over and his amazing in-ring style keeping them on the edge of their seats. The Styles Ricochet match on 24th June 2019's edition of Raw was an instant classic because both superstars as Styles meshed so well. Styles defeating Ricochet last week was an example of how a loss can make a rising star look good, as Ricochet took Styles to the limit but came up short in the end. Nonetheless, on 24th June 2019, he proved he can hang with the main event wrestlers, and his WWE career is just getting started. On 1st July 2019, Ricochet proved he can also defeat main eventers, but sometimes there's a price to pay. As number 3, a heel AJ works better against Ricochet. While it's certain an AJ Styles vs Ricochet program to see which wrestler is better could work fine as a babyface vs babyface program, the WWE has long favoured heel vs babyface programs. They're comfortable writing them, and the WWE seems to think that fans are more likely to invest themselves in a clash of attitudes. Here Ricochet can boast that he defeated Styles when the Phenomenal One was at his best, while Styles can boast that Ricochet has unleashed the dark side and he has no idea what he's in for now. Things have changed now that Ricochet has to prove himself against a heel Styles, and likely against Styles' partners in crime, the Good Brothers. Ricochet will find himself in situations he wouldn't be in had AJ Styles remained a babyface, ranging from outside interference to rule bending and rule breaking by Styles himself. If and when Ricochet defeats Styles, he will look even better having overcome the odds. Number 4. It may keep Gallows and Anderson in the WWE. Fans of the WWE know that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows have been badly used since leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling to work in the WWE. Thus, it's little surprise when fans heard that Anderson and Gallows were counting down the days until their current WWE contract expires and refusing to sign contract extensions. That might change if the WWE pairs AJ and the Good Brothers, something they did briefly but failed to follow through on. Nonetheless, the Good Brothers have been featured prominently on Raw, and at the WWE's recent appearance in Japan, and it's possible a push alongside main eventer AJ Styles is the WWE's latest way to compel them to re-sign. Considering Gallows and Anderson's prominent role on Raw during AJ's heel turn, they could be close to re-signing, and Pro Wrestling Torch's Tom Colinhue tweeted earlier in June that this very much suggests that new contracts might have been signed after all for Gallows and Anderson. Styles and the Good Brothers could form a powerful faction on Raw, and Gallows and Anderson might finally get a chance to showcase the tag team skills that got him over so well in New Japan. Anyone doubting whether Styles has re-teamed with Anderson and Gallows need look no further than a recent tweet by the Phenomenal One. It's not in a far-off country. It's not in the history books or old videos. It's here and now. #Raw. Number 5. AJ and the Good Brothers complement each other. The last few weeks have shown how wrestlers can interact with each other to forward storylines and get each other over while doing so. If you've been watching Raw, you'll remember Styles admonishing Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to get serious and focus on being the best. Likewise, last night's Monday Night Raw saw the Good Brothers playing to Styles' dark side, telling him that the AJ Styles they knew would slap Ricochet in the face and get his US title match. Styles gave in and the Good Brothers seemed to be the impetus Styles needed to go full-blown heel. Styles and the Good Brothers worked great together in New Japan as the Bullet Club, and last night they showed they haven't lost any of their chemistry. The WWE furthered this interaction by the Good Brothers telling Styles they wanted to see the old AJ Styles right before he turned on Ricochet, and they boasted, "We're back," after joining AJ and delivering a grade A beating to the US champion. The WWE teaming Styles and the not so Good Brothers has the potential for all three to work some real magic on Monday Night Raw. Number 6. The timing was right, i.e. Paul Heyman's first night. If you visited social media yesterday, you know there was a lot of anticipation going into Raw, since it was supposed to be Paul Heyman's first night overseeing Raw's creative section. Whether it was wrestling fans or wrestlers themselves, people wanted to see if last night's Monday Night Raw was any better than the awfulness they had to endure for a long time. Based on the social media buzz so far, last night's Raw delivered, with less talk, more action and more angles to further storylines. Chief among them was AJ's heel turn, no surprise to be sure, but something which was masterfully executed even though the WWE Universe knew it was coming. As noted in the Wrestling Observer, the crowd often pops for a heel turn, but they full on booed AJ Styles when he turned. This was a heel turn done right, and it was a good way for Paul Heyman to make his presence behind the scenes known. Fans are already praising Heyman's work on Raw, even though we don't know how much he influenced the various storylines. Heyman couldn't have asked for a better scenario to top off what was seen as one of the best Raws in memory. Number 7. It's a good sign for Styles. While AJ Styles' heel turn might not be good for Ricochet in storyline terms, it's a good sign for Styles, who recently re-upped with the WWE and announced he intends on finishing his career there. Styles has worked as a babyface for some time now, and as noted earlier, he does a good job as a wrestling hero, but he excels as a heel. If the WWE positions AJ as a top heel, it's a good way to keep his character fresh and reward him for all his hard work in the WWE and his loyalty to the company. After all, you can bet All Elite Wrestling would have signed Styles in an instant if he was available. Wrestlers like Styles like to test their abilities on the mic as well as in the ring, and it's obvious Styles is already getting into his new role. Number 8. It makes for a compelling storyline. While the WWE hasn't given fans any reason to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to sustaining continuity and or good storylines, Styles' heel turn makes sense, both with what happened on camera last night, as well as AJ's comments on his Mixer livestream account. Comicbook.com reported on Styles' explanation for attacking Ricochet, saying, "So it is what it is," Styles began. "Some of you may have not liked it, some of you may have absolutely loved it. And here's the one thing that I know, there's not a lot of people in this world that you can trust, but I do trust my family. And here's why. I feel like AJ Styles was stuck in this, I'm going to smile all the time, I'm going to be the nicest guy in the room, even when I don't feel like it, when I'm tired. He's going to be this guy. I felt like I was in prison, and I just broke out." Styles clarified that he would continue his post-Raw live gaming streams without acting in his new heel persona. But the character? Oh man. The guy you see on Raw has done a 180. The guy on Raw, the AJ Styles that's now in the club, I'm just letting you guys know I'm taking over. That's what's gonna happen. That AJ Styles isn't going to put up with any crap. He's going to be the guy that drops dudes on their face with a Styles Clash, or rocks with a phenomenal forearm, or crushes their calf. That's the kind of thing I do. I'm not going to change how I wrestle, I've always wrestled aggressive, so that will never change. Thus, AJ Styles has made it known why he's wrestling alongside his family members, the Good Brothers, and with Paul Heyman guiding Raw's creative team, they can hopefully expect a sustained heel persona, an engaging program against Ricochet, and whoever the WWE decides to pit Styles against. Number 9. It's a way to continue the WWE's social media presence. As you can see, Styles has taken to social media to proclaim his alliance with the Good Brothers and explain his motivation for attacking Ricochet. All Elite Wrestling has shown how social media can raise the fans' awareness of a promotion and engage them. And while the WWE is no stranger to social media outlets, this is another way to engage the fans between episodes of Raw. And number 10, it has people talking. And lastly, the heel turn has people talking about WWE and in a positive way. While there may be no such thing as bad press, it's about time that fans are responding positively to the WWE and doing so very vocally. Styles' heel turn will likely have people talking all week, and more importantly, tuning into Raw next week. But there you have it guys, 10 reasons why WWE turned AJ Styles heel. What did you think of Styles turning on Ricochet? What about Styles reuniting with the Good Brothers? Are these good directions for the three wrestlers and the WWE? Be sure to leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.